Lay flat on our backs, connect with our Pilates breath, and just start relaxing, warming up our lungs, warming up our abs. Remember our big inhales through our noses and those big forced exhales through our pursed lips. Arms are nice and gentle, laying on our sides. We have that nice neutral back in our lumbar area. We're just breathing and warming up, getting our body turned on a little bit. Big inhale. And those big exhales. Engaging your abs as you're expressing all that air out with intention. Keeping that going. Moving on into imprinting and releasing. So as you take a big inhale, exhale, you're imprinting it. Remember to keep it in your abs and hold it there for an inhale. Exhale, you release it, rocking those hips forward. We're just keeping it in our abs. We're not using our glutes. Our glutes are nice and loose. Inhale, getting us ready. Exhale as we imprint, flattening out that lumbar area, holding it for an inhale. Exhale, releases it. One more before we add on. Inhale. Exhale as you imprint. Holding it for that nice inhale. Remember, keeping it in your abs. And then exhale, releases it. We're adding on. So take a big inhale. Exhale as you imprint. Inhale, legs go into tabletop. Exhale, drops it to one side, moving on into some spinal rotation. Inhale, using our abs, our obliques, pulling our knees back up to center. Exhale, drops into the opposite side. Feel that nice stretch. Inhale, brings it to center. One more on each side. Really stretching out your spine. Inhale, getting those abs turned on, bringing those knees center. Last drop here. Inhale, center. And then exhale, put your feet back down. Release your imprint. Arms go straight up to the ceiling. Palms are facing one another. We're going to protract and retract our scapula. So inhales, you reach for the ceiling, pull those shoulder blades apart. Exhale, return your shoulders back to your mat. Inhale as you reach, reach, reach. Exhale, drops it back down. Inhale as you reach, really stretch out those shoulder blades. And then exhale, brings them back to your mat. Go ahead and do some nice big arm circles. Whatever direction you like, just keep your ribs nice and tight to your abs, not letting them pop open as you're reaching your arm into a nice big circle. Abs are still nice and connected. Switch direction. Keep breathing as you're warming up those shoulder joints. Nice. One last one. Arms can go gentle by our sides. We're going to do our hip opener. Our hip opener is on an inhale. You drop one knee down, out as your leg goes nice and long. And then you immediately rotate that foot and bring your heel in on an exhale. Yeah. Inhale as you drop that knee out, lengthening your leg. Exhale, immediately rotates your foot, pulls your heel back to start. Inhale, drops it, leg goes long. Immediately rotate that foot. Exhale, pull that heel back in. Switch directions. So lengthening as you immediately rotate that foot. And externally rotate it, opening up that hip. Bring that heel back in. Knee comes back up to start. Beautiful. One more in this direction. Opening up that hip, knee is out wide, then brings it back up. Drop your opposite knee now as your leg goes nice and long. Immediately rotate that foot, pull that Heel in to start. Do 2 more. Inhale as you dropping that knee, lengthening that leg. Exhale, medially rotate, pulling it in. Last one in this direction. Medially rotate. Pull that in. Now change direction. Leg goes nice and long, straight down. Open out that hip. Laterally rotate that foot. Pull that heel back in on an exhale. Nice and slow. Get that hip nice and loosened up. Beautiful. Last one. Bring that knee back up to start. Getting into our ab prep. Arms are nice and long by our sides. We have that neutral position in our spine. On an inhale, gently nod your chin, and then exhale, flex up and reach for your toes. Hold for that inhale, and then exhale, lowers it down, nice and gentle. 2 more. Inhale, nod your chin, exhale, flexes up and forward. Hold it there. And then exhale, drops it back down. Last one. Inhale, nod your chin. Exhale, reach for those toes and hold it. And then exhale, lowers it back down. We'll go and do our breaststroke preps. We're going to lay on our bellies. Have you done these before?
What's that?
The breaststroke preps, have you done these before?
I think like through online, but I remember. Yeah, I don't.
Okay. Well, anyway, our arms are going to be in this goal pose position. Your hands are going to be underneath your shoulders. Legs are nice and long. We have a nice neutral spine. Our toes are pointed. You can squeeze your feet together, or you can have them open, hip distance apart, whatever. What we're going to do is on noses to the mat. On an inhale, we get nice and engaged in our abs and our glutes, and then on an exhale, we just extend on up using our forearms to hold this, and then we'll hold this for an inhale. We keep our bottom rib attached to the mat, and then we exhale and just lengthen it back down. So inhale gets you ready. Exhale extends on up. There you go. Keep that head forward. Don't extend too much in your neck. Try and keep a nice neutral spine in your neck. Holding it for an inhale, and then exhale lowers it back down. Last one. Inhale, get you ready. Turn your abs on, your glutes on, and then exhale, extend on up. Just your bottom rib stays attached to your mat. There you go. Beautiful line. It holds it there. And then exhale goes back down nice and long. Now our next prep, our legs are going to be nice and our arms are going to be nice and long to our sides. Palms are to our hips. And now we're going to go up into extension like that as we reach for our toes. So we're not going to go up as high. We're going to really squeeze our glutes so we don't feel it in our lumbar area. We're just going to go nose to the mat, take an inhale, our shoulders come up, and then we exhale, extend on up as we reach for our toes. Hold it there for an inhale, and exhale, lengthen your spine back down to your mat. Nice and slow, shoulders come forward, kind of drooping forward. So on an inhale, we protract those, or we retract your shoulders, and then exhale, reach for those toes. For a nice dart shining through that cannon. Hold it there, and then exhale, lowers it back down. Nice extensions in. One last time. Inhale, bring those shoulders up, and then exhale, extends on up. Hold it there, really squeeze those glutes, squeeze, 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 and then exhale, lengthens back down. Now put your hands underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up gently. Bring your knees on in into a shell stretch. We're going to really push into that back, opening up your back, pushing actively into that shell stretch. That nice stretch after all those extensions. Strengthening up your back. Those feel good? Yeah, good. The shell stretch is really nice and yummy in your lumbar area after that, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Then we just stack it on up. Keep breathing. Just stack it on up. Tail to head. We're going to get into our 100 and get our abs on fire a little bit. Back on our back. So you remember the 100 from the reformer, right? Have you done the mat 100?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you need, you're able to put your legs long if you can do that, or just keep them in a tabletop. We keep an imprinted spine. We really challenge our abs and do our ab endurance test here. So we're lying here nice and calm. We take a nice big inhale. Exhale, we imprint. Legs are in tabletop. And we flex on up forward, reach for our toes. We inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Halfway there. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice job. You're looking good. Form is awesome. Inhale 2, 3. Exhale 2, 3, 4. 80. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3. Made it to 100. Stretch a little further. And then exhale. Give yourselves a nice long body stretch. Woo! Nice job, lady. Nice.
Still sleepy, but
So yeah, I'm here doing Pilates with coffee here.
oh, nice.
Let's do some spine stretching forward. So do you need to prop yourself up at all underneath your sits bone so you can sit up in a nice neutral position?
I don't know. I mean, I think so, but it's
Or, you can also bend your knees too, just so you can keep in that nice neutral position. We're just going to do some spine stretching forward, and then we'll do some spine twisting. So if you need something underneath your sits bones, or if you need to bend your knees, our goal is to be able to be in neutral while our legs are straight out in front of us.
Okay.
Sometimes that gives added tension in your lower back. And my hamstrings are so short, I kind of have to bend my knees a little bit. So we're just going to sit up nice and tall. Take a nice big inhale, nod your chin to your chest, and then exhale, just round out your back, going forward. Our arms can be nice and gentle by our sides. If you want the extra added weight to pull your head down, put your hands, stack them on your forehead, and pull that forward, whatever feels best. And then we'll just start initiating with an inhale, coming back up, tail the head, and then exhale finishes it all the way up. Inhale, nods your chin, exhale, goes nice and forward, rounding out your back, stretching, feel nice and yummy, and then inhale starts tail to head, exhale continues up nice and straight. So inhale, nod your chin, exhale, think up, scooping out your belly as you're going forward, opening up those vertebrae in your back. Inhale starts it back up, exhale finishes it. Last one, inhale, nod your chin, exhale continues that roll down. Inhale starts up, tail to head, stacks it up nice and tall. Now our arms are going to go out, propeller style, palms are to the floor. We're going to side twist. Inhale gets us ready. Exhale, we twist, ribcage and higher to one side. Elbow goes back and we pulse it 3 times on an exhale. Inhale brings it back to center. Opposite side. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Back to center. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale back to center. Abs are on. We're twisting those obliques. We're twisting into that vertebrae, into that shoulder. Getting that movement going on in our spine. Inhale, center. Inhale, center. Make sure we're even on both sides. Are you even, lady?
I think so.
I couldn't remember what side you started on. We'll go into the saw. So our legs are going to open up just a little bit wider than our shoulders. So we're still sitting up nice and neutral. Arms are again out. Propeller style, palms are to the ground. So on an inhale, we twist to one side. Exhale, now we stretch our spine forward, reaching for the outside of that ankle, scooping out our belly, nice rounded back. Then inhale, stack it up nice and tall, arms come back up. Exhale, brings it to center. Opposite side, turn to that side, then exhale, scoop out that belly, round out your back, go forward. Feel that nice stretch and then stack it back up nice and tall. Exhale, bring it to center. Let's do one more on each side. Twisting, scoop out that belly, really feel that nice stretch. Inhale, stack it on up nice and tall. Arms are up, last side here. Nice. Inhale, stacks it up nice and tall. Come center. Now we're going to do rolling like a ball. So we're going to put our feet on the floor. We're going to roll off our sits bones. We're in this nice rounded C curve. Just sitting off of our sits bones. We inhale, lift one foot up. Exhale, lift the second foot up. Inhale, hold it here. Exhale, we roll back and come back on up. Just to that point, that balance point of off our sits bones. Keeping our feet up if you can. Roll back and roll on up. Woo-hoo. Using our abs. We're using our abs to pull us back. We're not using that momentum, so you're pulling your abs to your spine, and then abs are pulling you back on up to that balance point. It's a hard one. It's a hard balance challenge, isn't it? Feels good on your back, rolling. Nice little massage. One last one. So we're up on that balance point. Then we're just going to roll back down. Keep your knees on up. Going into an imprinted spine, staying flex forward if you can. We're just going to do our single leg stretch. So one leg goes out. Inhale, they come back to center. Exhale, opposite leg. Inhale, center. Beautiful. Challenging those abs. Getting them nice and strong. One more on each side. Bring your knees into center and put your hands behind your back. Elbows are out nice and wide, bringing it to our obliques. So now we add the little upper body twist. Inhale, center. We twist towards that bent knee. Inhale, brings it center, stretching that leg nice and long again. Hope your abs are on fire, Rita. One more on each side. Bring it center. Nice. Lay it on down. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Are you feeling your abs?
Yeah, sorry, my dog's trying to come in now.
That's okay. Might have been barking here. We'll move on to our leg circles. So we're lying in a nice long line. If you need to bend your knees, that feels better. When our leg is up and high, if you need that extra balance, if you need that extra stability, bend your knee. Our goal is to keep our legs nice and long and extended. When I do my leg circles, I have to use something to keep my leg in my hip socket. I have a lot of clicking when I do my leg circles. If you have clicking, it's nice to have like a scarf or stretch band or
Yeah, I've been using this, but I have this. I do have that popping that you're talking about. So
Yeah, I only have it in my right hip, and so it's, over time that's not a good thing to keep doing. So if you pull on something and pull that leg into that hip joint a little tighter, it'll stop your popping and it'll be better for your hip. All right, so our leg is up nice and high. We have a neutral spine. We take an inhale, crossing our midline. Exhale, continue with that circle out and around. Inhale, crosses. Exhale, circles it out and around. Inhale and exhale. Our abs are on, keeping our hips nice and stable. So they're not rocking and rolling, they're not moving. Now you're back at start. Let's change directions. Let's inhale, going out. Exhale, circling around, back up to start. Beautiful. Abs are on, glutes are on. We're not rocking and rolling. Stay nice and stable. There you go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Last one on this leg. Beautiful. Then bend your knee and we'll switch legs. Nice and tall. Inhale, crosses that midline. Exhale, continues that circle around. Inhale starts. Exhale continues. Abs are on. Nice and stable on your pelvises. Nice neutral spine. Keeping everything stable. Switching direction here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job. You can take your foot out of your strap, put both feet back on your mat, bent knees. We're going to go into our shoulder bridges. So we're just going to take a big inhale, exhale, pull those hips up nice and high, one long breath, keep a neutral spine, and then inhale, lowers it down, one breath to one movement, exhale goes on up, squeeze those glutes, stretch out those quads, and then lower on an inhale. Exhale, lift, squeeze those glutes, keeping a neutral spine as you're in your bridge, and then lowers it down. You might want to put your heels together a little closer so they're more in railroad track alignment, if I can see that properly. And then we just exhale, lower, inhale. Now we're going to add on. So inhale gets us ready, and then exhale, we get on up into our shoulder bridge. Inhale, lift one foot up, and then exhale, lowers it down. Just like maybe 6 inches off your mat.
the foot.
Yeah, just lifting it there, just that high, so your abs are on, your glutes are on, you're keeping your pelvis nice and level, and you just lift. You push into that opposite glute, keeping you nice and level as you just lift that foot 6 inches up off the mat. Really challenging those glutes, opening up those hip flexors, challenging that balance and your stability, keeping that pelvis nice and level. It's hard, isn't it?
Yes.
It's hard. It's hard not to sag into that third hip. Yeah, take a break when you need to. One breath to one movement. Stay nice and level, nice and high. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze there. Nice job, lady. After that, let's just do some roll-ups.
Okay.
We're going to stay nice and long. Our abs are going to be connected. Our ribs are nice and tight to our abs. Our arms are up over our head, keeping our ribs nice and connected so they're not super high over our head where they kind of pop up to the ceiling. So they're nice and tight. Legs are nice and long, flexed at your ankle. We're going to inhale, lift our arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest, using our abs, pulling ourselves up off of our mat, reaching for our toes, stretching out those glutes in your back again. And then inhale, start that motion back. We're not letting gravity win. We're articulating through our spine. Our abs are controlling that movement back down to your mat. And our arms go back up overhead. Nice and slow. Beautiful. Let's do 3 more times. Up to the ceiling. Inhale. And then exhale. Abs pull you up off your mat. Nice job. Keep those heels down. Keep them there. Reach, reach, reach. Nice. And inhale, start away from your femurs, and then lower yourself 1 vertebra at a time, controlling that movement. Nice controlling, nice control. Nice, those abs are gonna be on fire now. 2 more, inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, roll up, you can do it. Inhale starts that movement back, and then we control it, not letting gravity win, and articulate all the way through. If you want a little help as you're rolling up, you can bend your knees. That'll keep your feet on the floor and still give you that nice ab challenge as you're rolling on up. Ooh.
I've been able to do
That feel good?
the ab core workout yesterday, so it's harder.
Sorry?
I've been pretty good at these, but I did a core workout yesterday, so it's a little hard.
You're on fire. A little sore. Let's get into some scissors, and then we'll do our side legs, and then we'll call it a day. Does that sound like is that good enough challenge for today? All right. So we're gonna lay on our backs. We're gonna do an imprinted spine on an exhale, and then extend your legs up nice and tall. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, flex up and forward as one leg comes towards your elbow and lower. Inhale, back up. Exhale, you lower. Alternating and lifting and lowering. Are you popping at the hip on this one? No, I'm pretty good. Okay. Stay flexed up if you can. If it's too much stress in your neck, take a break or put your hands behind your head. We'll do 3 more on each side. Bring them up center and then lower it down nice and gentle. We'll roll over on our side. We're going to keep a nice neutral position in our spine, laying on our side so we support our head with our arm. Our little mouse house now is on our side because our abs are on, holding us in that neutral. Stacked at our hips and our shoulders. Beautiful, using that top arm for a kickstand. If you want that extra balance challenge, have arm can go up or arm can go here. That's extra challenge. I need the stability here for my kickstand. So inhale, you flex your ankle and lift it. Point your toe and lower. Inhale, flex and lift. Exhale, point and lower. We're not changing the position between our hip and our rib cage, so we're only lifting probably just a hip height. Last one. Point and lower. Now we're going to inhale, lift the bottom one to meet, and then lower. Inhale, lift to meet. Exhale, you lower with control. Keep those abs on. Keep that spine in neutral. Glutes are on, keeping you from rocking and rolling in that toaster. Last one. Now we're going to lift them both together. Inhale, lift, and lower on an exhale. Lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. One more. Now lift that top leg, point your toe, and do tiny little circles. Use those glutes, use those thigh muscles. Change direction. Nice. You can lower that leg. Woo. You feel?
Yeah.
Feel it? Good. Now we'll kick those feet out in front of us. We'll do our leg kicking series. So we just lift that top leg, kicking it forward, then point your toe and exhale like you're kicking through the hardest wet cement that you've ever had to pull your leg through. Nice and slow, controlling that movement. Inhale, flexing that ankle, pulling it forward, and then pointing, keeping everything nice and level, nice and neutral. Not lowering and lifting that leg, it's staying in that nice level position, kicking it back, just past your hip. So you're staying in the neutral position with your hips.
I don't understand. Siri, so we just
Scary. Last one. Last one. Put your leg down and we'll do the same on the other side.
That is so hard. Oh,
What?
that is so hard for me to, that just, okay.
In your hip?
Yeah, that's like, can you hear me okay? Or
A little bit. It's a little quiet. Sorry.
yeah, that's like my quarantine challenge is that move is so hard for me. It's really, it's like hurts, but it's good.
The kick or the lifting? Or all of them?
Yeah.
That whole series?
Yeah, which is, it's not, I don't think it's like damaging. It's just been like a challenge for me lately with that move. Yeah.
Is it your hip flexors or is it in the side hip?
Like,
Side hip. Okay, your adduct. Okay.
yeah, I don't know. It's like, because with Claire, she did like a stretch like this after, so I feel like that's helps.
A little figure four stretch kind of thing. Okay, go for it.
Like really a challenge for me this lately, but it's okay. I mean, it's good, but it's been like, Jesus, like what I wasn't doing before that hurts so bad. But I did better now than I usually do with that. So
Good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
try to move it so you can see my form if you can, because that's helpful to get those little extra tips.
Sure. All right. So get back down into your nice long line.
Okay.
Beautiful. You're nice and stacked. Abs are on. Inhale, lift that top foot. Point your toe. Exhale and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Yeah, you don't have to lift as high. You can see when you're lifting, you see how your hip comes closer to your rib cage?
Yes.
So you just want to lift to that point of where that movement starts. So you don't want to get closer to your rib cage. You want to keep it nice and long. There, perfect.
Okay.
And then lower, yeah. Yep, just it's slight little movement using those outer thighs to lift that leg on up and then controlling that return, lowering. Last one. Now we'll lift that top leg. Inhale, lift the bottom to meet, and then lower with control. Yeah, inhale, lift, lift, and lower. Nice. Lift, lift, lower, lift, lift, lower. Keep those abs on, nice and tight. Keep that stable. Inhale, glutes are on. Now lift together and lower together. Lift together and lower together. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last one. Now just take that top leg, lift it, pointed toe, tiny little circles.
Like this is the one that's killer for me. Like it.
And then change direction. It really challenges that outer thigh, doesn't it? Yes. It's a hard one. Woo-hoo. All right, lower that leg. Nice job. Kick those feet in front of you.
Was that like a 45-degree angle?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
it will be. Yes. And then you're again nice and stacked. Looks good. Just lift up that top leg, flex your ankle, kick it forward. Point your toe, and then kick it on back. Keeping it nice and level. Go nice and slow. Inhale.
Behind me.
Not that far. Nope, just right about there. Yep, you don't want to extend your lumbar area at all. You just want to kind of kick it just a little bit past your hip and then come forward, keeping it as neutral and steady as possible. Nice and slow. Nice. Inhale forward. Beautiful. Inhale, flex that ankle. Point your toe and kicking it back. One more, last one. Kick it back. All right, give yourself that little figure four stretch. Crossing that leg over. Is that better?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice job. Good challenge.
Yeah, that's knowingly kicks my ass.
Actually, let's do and get into a pigeon. Have you done a pigeon on the mat before? We can do a few downward dogs and get these stretches into your legs, pedaling out your heels.
Pigeon, I can do it sometimes, but it tends to like pop my hip or something, you know, like
Say that again, I'm sorry.
pigeon sometimes like hurts. Like I like it on the chair, you know, when we do it on the chair in the gym.
Okay, but on the floor is just too much?
The mat is like occasionally I can do, but the mat is challenging for me.
Okay, well we can just do it when you do like you were doing it before. I thought maybe if we did it on the pigeon on the floor, it would really get into your hips a little more stretch. But if it hurts, don't do that. Yeah, we'll just
It might
stretch out those hips nice. Do one on each side. We can switch sides. That feel good?
Yeah.
Thumbs up. New way of communicating, right? Let's get into some side bending and we'll be done.
Okay.
This will open up your hip flexors nice and feel like a nice stretch, I think. If it doesn't, if you don't like it, you know, we can probably be done. So our bottom knee is bent. Top foot is in front of your bottom foot. And your bottom hand is in line with your hip. I'm just going to stretch on up, side bending, keeping on our knee. Does that feel good on your hip?
Yeah.
And your side
Yeah.
rib cage, opening it up a little bit. Nice little stretches.
Your knees are like forward, right?
So think of yourself as kind of a nice long line. So this knee is kind of in line and we just go straight up. So your knee is kind of shooting out straight from you. There you go. Opening up there. Yeah, you don't want it coming forward. You want to stay nice. If you come forward, it might hurt your knee a little bit. That feel good?
Yeah.
Okay. And we can switch sides after this one.
All right. So
Have that hands in line with your hip. Bottom foot is back, top foot is in front. That knee goes straight forward. There you go, nice. Form looks good from my end, lady. Nice. I lost track how many you did on the other side. So when
Yeah.
you feel even, when you feel even.
Yes, it's good. Okay.
Was that okay? Was that some good stretching, some good challenges?
That was good. I'm kind of, my knee, it's nothing that I did in here. It's just sore. It's just frustrating. I like the I like Tabata, but yeah, it doesn't take much. So I try to like skip the squats and things like that, but I just did something this week. I overdid it, and just like, going into tabletop is kind of sore even. But I want to use it. I want to warm it up.
Right. Do you ice it?
No.
So if you ice it and then alternate it with some heat compresses going back and forth, that'll loosen it and also kind of dull out a little pain and stop the swelling a little bit with the cold, and then the heat kind of loosens it up, and then the cold kind of going back and forth a little bit might help out.
Do you do like 5 and 5 on that?
Yeah, it's a good start. See how it feels, what feels better, if it's better just to ice it because it's swollen, but the heat will really help on loosening it up and getting all the tension out, and then the ice will cut down on the swelling.
I'll try it. Thank you. Yeah, I think since the gym was open, just like going there frequently and paying attention to my alignment and stuff, just it's so, I didn't know that I thought I was like cured.
It's kind of a constant upkeep.
Yeah, it is. Do you know, I was curious, do you know if Ruth like made it back okay from Mexico?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, she's back. Yes.
I figured probably as much, but right, she went to Mexico when things all started.
Yeah, everyone made it back and they were all good.
Good, okay. Good.
They got back in okay, and yeah, they were all good.